So just a couple of things to point out about Part D there, and certainly a couple of ways that it could be done differently, alternate methods. So number one way there is if we look at our Python reference guide, I often like to be able to directly access something from a list, and to do that I use the range function to generate a certain amount of numbers, and then I target stuff in the list using the list indexing. And that's a preferred method and a very efficient way of doing it. So for example here, if I change day here to I, and now I'm going to say range, and the way I'm going to generate it is by calculating the length of the days list. So very simply now, all that's happened here is when I get the length of the days list, so 7 days in the list, so range 7 means that I is going to start at 0 and go up as far as, but don't include 7, so it's going to generate a list of numbers from 0 to 6, and then in here in days, I'm going to target each of those individually. So remember, I the first time will be 0, so we're saying days 0, which corresponds with, if I was doing my list indexing here, Monday is 1, and Monday is 0, of course program starts at 0, Tuesday is 1, Wednesday is 2, Thursday is 3, and so on and so forth. Friday is 4, Saturday is 5, and Sunday is 6. So 7 things in the list, but the index of the last one will be 6, of course, because we're starting at 0. So I will be 0, which I was going to target the Monday when we say days I, and then it'll increment automatically in the for loop to 1, and so on. So that will do exactly the same thing there for anybody that wants to do it again. Notice how I have to use the plus for the little bit of string concatenation there to be able to output the actual day. So let's run that again. So let's say John again, and pay rate is 10, and Monday they work 10 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours, and Sunday no hours. So that should be a total of 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45 hours. 45 hours by 10 is €450. So that's an alternative way of doing it. And then a third way that a lot of people might no, well that's enough for the moment.